Is going on, everyone? Papa Joker here, coming at you again. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new demo. It's kind of a different bit of content, but this is a free demo of Matrix Awakening, they're calling it, which is more or less not necessarily a demo of an actual game, but more so a demo of the technology and the graphics and the possibilities of Unreal Engine 5 running on consoles. So unfortunately, this is not available to download on PC. I see no reason why it couldn't be available to download on PC, but you can download it if you have an Xbox Series S or X or a PlayStation 5. So it's only current gen or next gen, well, now current gen systems that can even download and access the Matrix Awakening demo. And everything you're looking at right here, right now, it looks really good. Like, this is all in Unreal Engine 5. These are not real people. There are definitely, I mean, you can definitely tell it's, you know, not real life, but during some parts of it, it is very, very convincing. Like, I think the textures and the character models look really, really impressive. The animation and everything looks really great. And basically, they kind of did this, I think, to show off Unreal Engine 5 and what it can do on the current gen consoles, but also as sort of a promotional tool for the new Matrix movie that's coming out soon. So let's jump in and take a look at it. But first, today's video is brought to you by PrimeTechMart.com, where you can save money on software like Windows 10 Pro licenses for under $25. They've also got Windows 10 Home for under $20, and now Windows 11 Pro you can grab over on PrimeTechMart.com. They've also got Office 2019 and the new Office 2021. And if you want to save an additional 20% at checkout on Windows 10 or any other software, go ahead and click Buy It Now, and during the checkout process, go ahead and put JP20 in and apply that coupon, and that'll give you 20% off of any software that you happen to pick up over there. So for Windows 10 Pro, you can see it dropped our price down from $24.46 to under $20. So be sure to hit up the links down in the description below, and don't forget to use my coupon code JP20 at checkout for an additional 20% off. So this demo is actually, it's a little bit more than just, you know, watching videos, or it's sort of similar to like an interactive game, kind of, if you think of like Heavy Rain or Detroit Become Human. It's sort of closer to that as far as gameplay is concerned, because it's all pretty much on rails, at least like through these parts in the cars, but you know, it's not particularly fun or enjoyable to play. It's just, like I said, it's really just a tech preview of the graphics and the possibilities and stuff that they could do with Unreal Engine 5, and taking notice of like the physics and stuff on like the particles of glass from the window that are sort of laying there on the back of the car as she's shooting out the back, and like all the little glass bits are rolling around. It's those sort of like little details that really impressed me, more so than just like, oh, here's this thing and it looks really, really good. But they have a very impressive physics engine, which I believe is called the Chaos Physics and Destruction System, which is defined as Unreal Engine's high-performance physics system is used to achieve cinematic quality levels of destruction in real time and simulate the movement of cloth, hair, vehicles, and more. So, pretty cool, the destruction system, which you get to see here, like with all the cars exploding and all that kind of stuff. It does look, it just looks really good. That's really all I wanted to do, is share this with people, because it looks really impressive, and I know a lot of people that watch my channel and are PC gamers are huge fans of graphics, a graphics whore, you might say, as I like to refer to myself. And I also know that, you know, a lot of you probably have no interest in owning a console, and also then there's the difficulty of even getting one of these now current gen systems like the PS5, which I was playing this on here. This was playing off my PS5. It was about a 25 gigabyte download, actually. So like, yeah, there's this opening part right here that you're seeing right now, where it's just kind of driving all on rails. Like, man, the car model actually looks really good watching that with the reflections and everything, which they are using some type of, it's called Lumen for the lighting and reflections. It's called Lumen, Dynamic Global Illumination and Reflections, and it says Lumen eliminates light bouncing off of surfaces dynamically, providing incredibly realistic multi-bounce indirect lighting, skylighting, and reflections in the huge open world. And this is an open world, actually. After it gets done with the shooting in the cars and just being kind of on rails, they do actually let you go and walk around the world a little bit, and I'm not really too sure how big it is. It seemed to be quite vast, honestly. I'm jumping ahead here a little bit because there's really not too much more to talk about with this. I will leave a link to the Unreal Engine page down below. If you go all the way to the bottom of that, it has all the descriptions of all the different stuff that they have in here, like the world partition and the nanites that they use for basically building the world. The nanites, which they define as nanite, renders this vast city environment at unprecedented level of detail, from buildings with intricately carved moldings and reliefs to chain link fences to dense traffic filled with thousands of cars, all modeled down to the nuts and bolts. So that's what I was saying was like really impressive to me, was like those tiny details, the little things that, you know, other games might, you know, not really bother to do. And it reminded me of a little bit of the Assassin's Creed game, the one that was set in Paris, France, the one that ran absolutely terrible and everyone hated. It had all the glitches and bugs. But if you go back and look at that game, it actually has really, really impressive building detail. But, I mean, nothing compared to this. But it was trying for its time, and it was very difficult to run. And this looks, I would say, as good, if not better, than the world that was built for the Spider-Man games by Insomniac. So yeah, this is like open world. You can kind of walk around in. You can go into a drone mode, which I'm doing right here, and it kind of flies around, and you could just sort of go. You could just kind of, you know, buzz around and just sort of look at different things in the city and get a lot closer in on some of the objects and the reflections, which I was kind of trying to do here to see how the real-time reflections. And it is a little buggy and a little glitchy. Sometimes you'll see stuff sort of like popping in. But, you know, it's just an early tech demo, really. It's not really meant to actually be a game that anyone's going to buy. At least I don't think it would. Although, if they were to utilize this engine and do an open world game, I would definitely love to see it. And even more so, I would love to see it in the Matrix universe. If you guys remember the Enter the Matrix game, I mean, maybe it's nostalgia goggles, but at the time, that game was freaking awesome. As well as Path of Neo, not as good, but at least you got to play as Neo in that one. Enter the Matrix, you played as, there was a character named Ghost, and then the female character, whose name escapes me, but she was played by Jada Pinkett Smith. I know in the movie. She was like a very small part in the movie, but she's basically the main character along with Ghost in the Enter the Matrix game way back on the PlayStation 2. I absolutely caned that game. And I didn't know this because it wasn't in the controls, but I realized as I was walking around, you can actually get into some of the vehicles, or at least this vehicle, you were able to get into and drive. But unfortunately, the controls are not really, haven't been really fleshed out or anything, and it felt very, very loose and just really, really terrible driving controls. So that's kind of what happened there. But yeah, not too much else to talk about. It's just kind of a cool demo that I wanted to share with you guys. Hope you enjoyed this little video and a look at the Matrix Awakening demo. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now and enjoy my weekend, and I hope you guys all do the same. And I will catch you next time for another video.